Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to this Glory Hunters series. We're in the season 2 with Newcastle United. We're into the end of January. We're making good progress in the cup competitions. We're currently sitting top of the league and we're about to play our final Champions League phase game. So let's jump into it. So as you will have seen in the last episode, we made a very strong performance against Gateshead. Of course, a Vanarama national team. We would expect to beat them quite comfortably. Obviously, we beat them 10-0, as you will have seen. Since then, we've gone on to play a handful more games. We have played Spurs in the EFL Cup semi-final first leg at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. As you'll see here, we've come away with a 3-2 victory in the first leg. Very strong performance. And we'll show you the goals from that game first of all. As we see here, Miley breaking down the right hand side. The ball comes back out to him again on the wing. As his cross comes all the way through. Anthony Gordon, I think, has maybe tripped or pushed there. The ball comes through to Isak and he makes it 1-0. Later on in the first half, we see a big deep cross from Anthony Gordon, met by the head of Karim Adeyemi to make it 2-0. And just before the halftime whistle, as we see, Galeno makes a break down the left hand side. The ball comes to Udogie, wins his tackle maybe a little bit too easily, and he makes it 2-1 at the break. In the 81st minute, we see Spurs do make a comeback as a player whose name I can't pronounce gets the ball back to Udogie, comes to Bentancur from about 20 yards out, absolutely drills it into the roof of the net. In the 80th minute, however, Livramento comes down the right hand side, fires a low cross into the box, and Alexander Isak is there to give us a 3-2 advantage. We follow that up with a somewhat disappointing draw away to Crystal Palace in the Premier League. As you'll see here, we did concede a goal in stoppage time to drop 2 points. We are currently sitting top of the league. A win here would have put us potentially 9 points ahead of Arsenal. Bearing in mind we do have a game in hand over them at this point. As we see Anthony Gordon with a very good strike from distance in the 14th minute. Crystal Palace did get back into it in the 35th minute as we see Isaiah Samuel breaking down our left hand side, whips a cross in, and Kamada is there to head home for 1-1. Lewis Hall then whips in a corner as to see the ball's cleared to Adeyemi, and an incredible strike, a potential goal of the month contender to make it 2-1. But in the 90 plus first minute, we see a nice ball into Leandro Dendoncker to equalise. A disappointing result to come home with, but we still maintain a little bit of a gap at the top of the league. We followed that up with a home game against West Ham. As you'll see, Anthony Gordon does get injured here in the 19th minute. Having just signed Rooney Bargy, he is available to come in and take his place and is proven to be a very good player for us already. As we see, Joe Willock finds Tonali and a lovely through ball into Adeyemi. There is a save there for Mariola, the goalkeeper. The ball falls back to Pablo Roberto to make it 1-0. And later on, as we see in stoppage time, there's a ball into Rooney Bargy. He breaks down the right-hand side, crosses it over to Isak, who tucks it away for 2-0. We follow that up then with our second last game in the Champions League against Juventus. We are away, of course, in Turin in this game. We have managed to rescue a 2-2 draw there as we were losing 2-1, obviously up to that point. As we see Vlahovic with a penalty here, fires past Diogo Costa to make it 1-0. Lewis Hall then picks up a loose ball as it goes all the way to the byline, crosses it back over. Adeyemi getting in front of the goalkeeper to make it 1-0. Douglas Luiz then whipping in a corner. The ball is cleared. It comes back to somebody I'm not sure there. Luiz comes picks up the loose ball again, and Diego Costa maybe should have done better there. But as we see then, Berardi making a breakthrough, cuts the ball back to Lewis Hall from distance, and again an absolute contender for goal of the month. Fires it into the top corner for 2-2. That takes us then into the FA Cup fourth round, where we have a very disappointing 1-1 draw away at Luton Town. As we see there, Jacob Brown scoring late on in the 81st minute, and it wasn't until stoppage time that we were able to claw our way back into it. As we see, Adebayo playing the ball out to Dowdy. He gets a cross in from the left-hand side, and quite an easy bit of a sort of tap in there for Brown. But as we see, Rooney Bargy whipping in a corner, finds Jonathan David, who heads home for the equaliser. Keeps us within the cup. We have won the FA Cup already, so it wouldn't be too detrimental if we were to go out of that competition. If we went out to Luton Town, who are obviously a lower league team, it would be disappointing to go in that. But we do have a replay now to play, which means the second leg against Spurs has been rescheduled. And continuing with the theme that we had last season, it is going to be a double header against Spurs, but we will bring you the highlights from the League Cup semi-final second leg. We're about to face Club Brugge now in the Champions League. It is the final game of the league phase. We have guaranteed a playoff position at the very least. With a win here and some other results dependent, we should hopefully secure an automatic place. We are struggling for fitness levels. We are struggling for availability as well because some players are unregistered. We did bring Mateus Reis in after he was unhappy being left out of registration in the previous round. We have brought Rune Bargi in as well. With that being said, we have had to drop Domenico Berardi. He is currently unhappy. He wants a new contract. I don't think he's ready to be offered one. There was interest from him previously. We were considering selling him. Given the circumstances currently, we have transfer listed him as well. Karim Adeyemi is suspended after picking up a yellow card in his previous game. We are a little light in defensive midfield, so we're going to bring in Jonathan Tah, central defence, and move Bamba into defensive midfield. Adeyemi is suspended, so he's unavailable, and Gordon is carrying that injury. Bruno Guimaraes is still not fully fit, so we're going to bring Pablo Roberto in to play as the Mezzala and move Luis Miley across to central midfield. We are struggling quite massively in terms of availability. We have only 8 substitutes available, as the rest are injured or unregistered. So we do need to give a squad number to Leo Shahar. We'll give him number 26. So yes, let's get the game underway. It is the final group of the final league phase game, as we've mentioned. As we can see here, we are currently 11th in the league phase. We've already guaranteed a playoff spot. We are hoping to get into the final stages. Depending on other results and goal difference, I would expect we probably should get in there. We are the favourites here. Let's play like it. We are at home. It is Club Brugge. No disrespect to Club Brugge, but they are probably not as good as what we are. I mean, we are currently sitting top of the Premier League. We've been doing very well. We're on a long run of undefeated games as well. As we see, Lewis Hall taking a free kick to Bamba. Comes back out left, goes all the way back to Eric Garcia. He's making a driving run forward, finds Roberto, finds a nice pass into Isak. He's having a go. 26th of the season, Alexander Isak absolutely on fire in front of goal this season. And that was maybe perhaps a little bit too easy for him. As we see Eric Garcia just driving forward here, no challenge coming in. Pablo Roberto, they stand off him, finds a nice through ball into Isak. Again, the defender stand off Isak, and he fires low and hard into the corner for 1-0. Is there a suspicion of offside here? He is onside. He's onside. I don't think it really. I don't think we needed to draw lines on that. I think it was pretty clear and obvious that he was onside. So we are 16 minutes in, 17 minutes. Lewis Hall now to take the throw in on the left hand side. Finds Miley. Goes back to Garcia again. Finds Bamba in space. He's going to have a go. It's hit the woodwork, I think, or is the keeper saved it? I think it hit the frame of the goal. Comes back out to Hall on the left. He's getting the byline. He's going to cut the ball back into Harvey Barnes. And there's a good effort there and a good save from the goalkeeper. I have to give him the credit for that. Rune Bargi now to take the corner from our left side. Floated into the front post. Ball's cleared at the first opportunity. Roberto can't get it back. But we are pretty comfortable, I think. It looks to be all played in the Club Brugge half as Bamba makes an interception here. Recovers the ball. Garcia now bringing the ball forward. Looks for Roberto. Gets it round to the right to Rune Bargi. Goes all the way back to Jonathan Tah. Probably not what I would have expected there. As he comes back inside for Bamba. Finds Lewis Miley. There's a nice ball out here to Bargi. Keeps it alive. Ball's into the back post. And Isak is there for number 27 to make it 2-0. You see Bamba finds a nice pass into Lewis Miley. There's a nice ball out to the right to Rune Bargi, thinking he was going to cut it back onto his left foot, but he crosses it first time. And Alexander Isak did it mean the opposition defender just doesn't jump with him at all. Isak has it maybe a little bit too easy there. I think it's probably fair to say. Struggling a little bit on fitness levels for Lewis Hall and Livramento. We may need to change them. As Lewis Hall takes a short free kick to Roberto. Touches it off to Barnes. Has a go from distance, but it's over the bar. Livramento also not playing a great game. We do have Calabria back from his short-term injury, so we may bring him in. I think it's fair to say we're going to bring Lewis Hall out as well, because he's played very well for us, has played a lot of games recently as well, and his fitness levels are struggling. As the ball comes out to him here in the left back position, finds Lewis Smiley. There's a nice pass into Roberto. First time ball to Isak. It's a lovely through ball into Rooney Bargy over the top. He can't quite get his cut back. A defender takes it off him. The ball goes long. Garcia cuts it out. Lewis Smiley finds Harvey Barnes, but he loses his challenge. Isak wins it back again. Comes to Roberto. There's a nice ball into Barnes here. He's going to cut in on his right foot. And he's going to score. 3-0. Right on the 45th minute. We see a nice ball here from Pablo Roberto into Harvey Barnes. I think he's going to go on his left foot. Comes inside the defender a little bit. And that's a nice finish. 3-0, we're very comfortable. This should take us into 5th place for an automatic qualification into the knockout phases, of course, of the Champions League. Very happy with the way it's going. Keep it up. Liveramento's performance has raised a little bit. We'll give him kind of another 5 minutes here. As Rooney Bargy takes a free kick. He's looking in the box. Ball's cleared. Picked up by Garcia. He's given all the space down the left-hand side that he wants. Comes back to Lewis Hall. Loses his challenge. Back to Garcia. There's a nice thread of ball into Barnes. That's a lovely bit of 1-2 football between Barnes and Lewis Smiley. There is, of course, a review of offside. And the goal is given. We see again, as we see, Lewis Hall loses the challenge here. Eric Garcia threads a nice ball into Harvey Barnes, touches it off to Miley, returns the ball on his right foot. No mistake from about 7 yards out. Makes it 4-0. See the offside call here. It is tight. It's the left back is playing him on. But that is a tidy finish. We're 4-0 up. I mean, we're free and clear. Let's make some changes. Let's bring in some players. We'll bring in Jamal Lewis after he's returned from his long-term injury. Calabria, actually, maybe I want to keep you just yet, because we have Leo Shahar promoted from the under 21s, potentially a first team player, Leo Shahar. So we might keep him, bring him in at right back shortly, give him a first taste of Champions League football. Looking at the fitness levels, Harvey Barnes and Alexander Isak both doing well. We will bring out Isak. I mean, I want Isak to get another hat-trick. I do need to keep him fit. I do have a responsibility to do so. We'll bring him in here. And we'll bring Leo Shahar in. We'll give him about half an hour. His first team senior debut in the Champions League. I mean, we're comfortably 4-0 up here. So there's no issues there. Shout for a penalty. Harvey Barnes is on a double. If he scores this, that will be a hat-trick. And this is why I wanted to keep Alexander Isak in case this possibly happened. I'm not sure who's hitting this, actually. It is Jonathan David. And he makes it 5. I'm not sure why he's taking the penalty. Because Harvey Barnes is on a brace, and I've enabled the option for players on a brace, but Jonathan David is obviously taking it. Okay. Pleasing, of course. Yes, we scored another goal. Great to see. We do have fitness levels to be concerned about here. Bruno Guimaraes is not really fit again yet. I don't really want to bring him in. Can Garcia play in midfield? No. Jonathan Tah, kind of. Bamba, no. I suppose Shahar can play there. Harvey Barnes is struggling. Do we bring Lewis up on the wing? We'll bring Lewis in the left wing. We'll move Harvey Barnes over to the right. We'll bring Matthias Rees into the left back. We'll bring Joe Willock in for Miley. So we'll make the changes. There are 15 minutes plus stoppage time left. Bamba struggling a bit on fitness. But Jonathan Tah has come back into the team recently, has played a little bit at right back as well, when injuries and fitness levels were a concern. We are moving up to third in the league with this result. Harvey Barnes is carrying a knock. That's not good. As the ball comes back to Pablo Roberto, fires it home for 6-0. Harvey Barnes, what kind of an injury are you carrying? There's a nice float across in here. Not sure if the defender gets that, but Joe Willock touches it back to Roberto. Just a touch inside the 18-yard line, and he fires it home for 6-0. A potential lower leg injury, as Moyasa whips in the corner. The ball's cleared by, I think, Ta. Comes back to Nyangbo, and Anderson Nyangbo scores. I mean, we do concede goals. It's a little bit like Spurs in real life. You know, we are prone to conceding goals, which is frustrating. It's a nice finish, and got to give Club Brugge the credit they're due. Whilst we have scored 6 against them, they are not giving up, and they're trying to make it difficult on us. You see Joe Willock brings the ball left here to Mateus Reis, who is currently currently the subject of a couple of loan offers, so we might bring him out very soon. Domenico Berardi, of course, is unhappy, so we might try and ship him. We have got Rooney Bargi in. We've discussed potentially moving Berardi on previously. As we can see, as the league phase comes to an end, we have actually finished in third place with 17 points, which is excellent. We had one defeat against Lazio at the beginning. We had the draw recently with Juventus, and we've won the other 6 games. We have a very strong goals difference record of a +10, and we've obviously scored more goals than Liverpool, who are also on +10. But that is very pleasing. As we see in the league table, we are 4 points ahead of Arsenal with the game in hand. And let's see, 6 of the best teams secure playoff spots. He's out for 12 days. Qualify for the round of 16. Isak needs a rest. So that is it for this episode. We have made, of course, good progress in the Champions League. Probably a little bit better than I was expecting, certainly in Season 2. I thought it might have taken a little bit longer to get to that stage, but we're doing very, very well, and we're doing very well in the league. In the next episode, we're going to bring you the goals from the games against Man City, Luton and Everton, and we're going to bring highlights from that second leg of the EFL semi-final. That is it for now. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. We will see you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care. Thank you for watching this video. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to subscribe to the channel. It helps us to grow. It helps us to bring you more videos like this. Please also leave a like and share the video as well. And please do leave a comment. We would love to hear your feedback also. That's it for now. You can watch one of these recommended videos, but we will see you in the next one. Until then, thank you and take care.